Hey, Richard Beach here from Sonic State Amped, that's Sonic State's guitar channel, and I have with me Joe Carducci from Gretsch Guitars, and you can talk to me about the new Billy Duffy guitar.
Billy Duffy, wow, you know, being a cult fan for many, many years and having the opportunity to work directly with Billy Duffy on this project was certainly a big thrill for me. Over and above, you know, bringing this guitar to life. Of course, the white Falcon guitar is very iconic, and the tone of that instrument is a big part of the cult sound as well. There's many big hit songs that were recorded with that instrument, and again, it's been very identified and connected with Billy. The instrument that he had, what we discovered, was a Baldwin era Falcon guitar. Okay. For those who may not be aware of the timeline of Gretsch guitars, of course, we're celebrating the 130th anniversary this year, but the Gretsch family sold the Gretsch company in 1967. It was taken over by Baldwin, who really, they were a piano and organ company. And I like to use the analogy that Gretsch guitars is like an old spaghetti sauce recipe. There's a certain way that it has its charm, that creates that tone. Baldwin took liberties with that recipe to make it more friendly to Bill. So with that, though, there were elements about it that they changed from the original recipe that certainly worked in the context of what Billy Duffy, and playing at high volumes, that made it work for him.
So you've gone back to that sort of design then, you've had a look at that, I take it?
That is correct. In fact, the #1 guitar that Billy calls #1, we got access to it. We took it to a medical clinic and performed a CAT scan to it, so that, to learn the true construction, if you will, to crack the code, if you will. Really, without taking a CAT scan, you'd have to saw the guitar in half to see how many layers of wood the top and the back and the sides are, what's the bracing style inside. So by doing a CAT scan, we're able to crack the code to figure out what made that guitar so special. And so I think the best way to describe it, Billy calls it, it's not, we've taken the important ingredients of that original guitar, and I like how Billy describes it. It's more, it's newer, younger, more bionic than his original one. But it's certainly the pickups that are on the Billy Duffy guitar, the DNA, if you will, is taken from Billy's original guitar. And so we reverse engineered them and figured, again, cracking the code. Originally, of course, Billy's guitar has the original #1 has the gold sparkle appointments. I'll pull this down. Falcons are famous for their gold sparkle appointments around the body and around the neck, and of course the logo. But the guitar has been on the road for so long and has been played in many, many bars and many, many concerts that the gold was actually wearing off. The sparkle is still there, but if you got it in the right light, it actually looks silver. And it was actually Billy's idea to go, he said, hey, how about if we do this, let's make it different and let's do it silver sparkle, because it looks closer to what the guitar is now. And so that's one of the elements that we used on the new Billy Duffy guitar to make it unique and different. And it's got a pinned bridge on it, and which means Gretsch is famous for their wood-based bridge bases, which part of the physics involved here is when you pluck the string, and as the string is oscillating, that energy is transferred through the bridge, through this big wood base that transfers the energy to the body. And so, and the original Gretsch recipe, that bridge kind of slides back and forth, and if you hit it really hard, the bridge would move. And as most guitar players would know, that if that bridge moves even a tiny bit, the guitar's completely out of tune.
Yeah.
So that was one of the elements that we tackled to maintain the tone quality of his original guitar. We still use the wood base, but it's actually pinned so it won't move.
So is this the first Gretsch guitar that features a pinned bridge then?
No, not necessarily. We do have other models, not many, that do feature pin bridges. But certainly we wanted to incorporate it on Billy's guitar because it made it more performance friendly, if you will.
And so what has he said about the guitar then? What does he think of it?
He's ecstatic. He was the guy that, of course, you know, it's one thing to talk the talk and say, yeah, we can replicate that guitar, but once he got the prototype one, he goes, that's it. And from there, we moved forward. He was happy with the sound of it. He used it, you know, at a show shortly thereafter. They did a video with the guitar, and so it went to work for him right away.
Brilliant. So this is when is this available? Is it available now?
We're going to start shipping them in February of this year. So we are accepting orders. People can actually go to retail stores and put deposits on them because they're coming. The factory is building them.
Awesome. Well, there you have it. This is the Billy Duffy signature Gretsch White Falcon.
Says so right there.
And celebrating 130 years of Gretsch. And you can see that actually Billy Duffy has been presented with a certificate up there in the just behind you, actually, Joe.
Yes, please.
This was presented today as well.
Yes, it was. Let me share with you that again, as we're celebrating the 130th anniversary, the longevity of the company couldn't have sustained without people like Billy Duffy, who has contributed to the legacy. And that's what Mr. and Mrs. Gretsch presented to Billy today, was his contribution to the legacy.
Great. Well, thanks for talking to us.
You're welcome.
The Gretsch press event is quite crazy up here, so we appreciate you taking the
You're
time
very
out of
welcome.
your busy schedule.
Thanks for hanging out.
And I'm sure we'll see you again.
Cheers.
Thanks for watching at home, guys. Cheers.